In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for Turkey's Turquoise Coast. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build the logistics to see the most beautiful cities on the Turkish Riviera, Antalya, Kas, and Fethiye. To do this trip without rushing and to enjoy the beaches and history, we recommend at least 7 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary, with the best of the Turquoise Coast detailed day by day. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit the Turquoise Coast? This is a beach destination. The best time by far is spring and fall, from April to June and from September to October. The weather is perfect, the seawater is warm, and the crowds are smaller. We strongly recommend avoiding the months of July and August. The heat is oppressive and dangerous, passing 40 degrees Celsius, and the region is unbearably crowded. Winter, from November to March, is too cold for the beach. Mandatory documentation. To enter Turkey, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 6 months of validity. Many nationalities do not need a visa if the trip is up to 90 days, but you must obtain the e-visa, or electronic visa, on the official website before traveling. The e-visa for many nationalities costs about $60, and about travel insurance. For Turkey, travel insurance is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. Medical costs here are charged in euros or US dollars, and a simple emergency can cost tens of thousands of dollars. We never travel without it, and in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. We'll leave the link in the description. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around the Turquoise Coast? For this itinerary, renting a car is mandatory. You cannot do this trip on public transport. The best logistic is to fly into Antalya Airport, AYT, and fly out of Dalaman Airport, DLM. The scenic road, the D400, is beautiful but winding. You need a car to drive from Antalya to Kas, 3 hours, and to stop at the hidden ruins. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The strategy is to have 2 main bases. The first base is Antalya. We recommend staying in Kalesi, the historic center. The pro is that it's the most charming neighborhood, with Ottoman architecture. The con is that parking is difficult, and the beach isn't the best. The second base is Kas, Kaş. It's in the middle and is the most authentic village. It's the ideal base for diving and seeing Lycian ruins. The third base is Fethiye, or Ölüdeniz. Fethiye is the main city, with more nightlife. Ölüdeniz is more touristy, but it's the location for paragliding. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in Kalesi, Antalya, and Fethiye, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels we've stayed at. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and an all-inclusive resort that we love, known for having the best value for money in the region. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good boutique hotels in Kaleki and Kas sell out months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: international travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator which is essential for this trip, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now, for the day-by-day itinerary. Day 1. Arrival in Antalya and Kaleci. Arrive at Antalya Airport, AYT. The logistic is to pick up your rental car directly at the airport. Drive 20 minutes to Kaleci, the historic center. Check into your hotel. In the afternoon, explore Kaleci on foot. Visit the Old Harbor and Hadrian's Gate. The walk is free. For dinner, eat fresh seafood in Kaleci. Day 2. Antalya. Ruins and beach. In the morning, drive 45 minutes east and visit the Aspendos Theater. It's the best preserved Roman theater in the world. The ticket costs about 10 euros. For lunch, eat nearby. In the afternoon, return to Antalya. Visit Konya Alti or Lara Beach, the city beach. At night, have dinner in Kaleci. Go to Sarasar Fine Dining for a sophisticated experience. A dinner costs over 70 euros per person. Day 3. Scenic drive to Kas. Today is a road trip day. Morning. Check out and drive the scenic D400 road towards Kas. The journey takes about 3 hours. Make a stop at Kapudas Beach. It's in a gorge, with turquoise water. The logistic is difficult as the stairs are long and parking is tight. Continue driving and stop at the Myra ruins to see the ancient Lycian rock-cut tombs. The ticket costs €8. Arrive in Kas and check in. Night, dinner, and bars at the Kas harbor. Day 4. Kas, Lycian history and the sea. In the morning, explore Kas on foot. Walk the harbor and visit the ancient Kas Theater, which overlooks the sea. The visit is free. In the afternoon, take a half-day boat tour to the island of Kakova. The attraction is seeing the ruins of a submerged city in the crystal-clear water. The tour costs about €40. Night. Dinner at Zyka Okakbaşı, a traditional kebab restaurant. Day 5. Travel to Fethiye and paragliding. In the morning, check out. Drive about 2 hours north to Fethiye. Arrive in Ölüdeniz, the most famous beach in Fethiye. Pay the small entrance fee, about €10, for the Blue Lagoon. In the afternoon, do the #1 attraction, paragliding from the Babadag Mountain. You jump from almost 2,000 meters and glide over the Blue Lagoon. The flight costs about €150 to €200. Night. Dinner in Fethiye. Day 6. Fethiye. Boat trip and trails. Today is for water or hiking. Morning. Take the 12 Islands boat tour. This is the best way to see the secluded bays. The tour leaves from Fethiye Harbor and costs about €20 to €30, including lunch. Afternoon. If you prefer hiking, do a short section of the Lycian Way, one of the most famous trails in the world, leading to the abandoned village of Kayaköy. Night. Explore the bars and restaurants on the Fethiye waterfront. Day 7. Departure. In the morning, visit the Fethiye market. It's the best place to buy local spices, olives, and olive oil. Have your last doner kebab. In the afternoon, take the car and drive to Dalaman Airport, DLM, 1 hour, or return to Antalya, 3 hours, for your flight home. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like paragliding in Ölüdeniz, the boat tours, and the Aspendos ruins can sell out. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the video description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for paragliding in Ölüdeniz, tickets for the Aspendos ruins, and boat tours to Kekova Island, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Now let's talk about transportation, reinforcing it. Renting a car is mandatory for this itinerary. The D400 road is scenic but winding. About travel insurance, highly recommended for Turkey. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. For those who will rent a car, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Quick shopping tips. The focus is rugs. Bargaining is mandatory. Offer 50%. Jewelry, spices, and the evil eye, Nazar Bangkok. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat on the Turquoise Coast? It's very cheap. A doner kebab at a counter costs €2 to €3. A full dinner at a mid-range restaurant will be in the range of €25 to €40 per person. For restaurant suggestions, Ölüdeniz Yengeç. Restaurant. Mid-range, Fethiye, €40. Zyka Okakbaşı, mid-range, Kas, €30. And Saraser Fine Dining. Expensive, Antalya, over €70. And what to do at night? The night is lively in Fethiye and Bodrum. Antalya and Kas are quieter, focused on wine bars and long dinners in Kalatsi. And if you're traveling with children, this itinerary is great. They will love swimming in the shallow waters of the Blue Lagoon in Ölüdeniz. The #1 attractions are the giant water parks in Antalya. They will also love the 12 Islands boat trip. And to combine your trip, the most obvious combination is to take an internal flight to Cappadocia, 1.5 hours. The second is with Greece. You can take a ferry from Bodrum or Marmaris to the Greek islands of Rhodes or Kos. If you liked this detailed Turquoise Coast itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.